Hey guys, if you're here watching this video, you might be interested in learning more about how your business can create long-term wealth and why a finance team is so crucial to helping you get to your end goal. So before we carry on about how a finance team can help you, I just want to clear up a few myths about exit planning. So an exit plan doesn't have to be a full sale of a business. A lot of people, I think, get a bit scared about the word exit and that they have to stop working or they're not ready to retire. But in my opinion, what an exit plan actually means is as an individual, as an entrepreneur, how do you generate wealth for yourself and your family without having to work 60 hours a week? That's to me what a business plan means. And every a business owner will exit eventually at some point in their life, and it can come through different stages, through a third party sale, through a legacy business. So perhaps you want to hand it down to family. You could retire and just close it down, or worst case scenario, you have ill health or death, and problems start arising about who's going to look after your family and your business after you've gone. So because an exit doesn't have to be immediate sale, so what can that journey look like? So I have three different types of owners, business owners who I typically work with. We have owner operator, and that's someone where you kind of still operating, working full time in your business. We have board member, who is no longer working day to day in their business, but it's still making key decisions. So things like making payment runs to supplier, decisions and strategies. And then you have silent investor. Silent investor is effectively a bit more like a corporate structure, whereas as the owner, you no longer have any involvement in the business. You're just a silent shareholder that gets your returns, and you have a full leadership team and team of staff running the business for you. So in obviously big corporate companies, you'd have silent investors behind the scenes that aren't doing anything but making returns. And as a business owner, you could potentially get to that stage where you become that silent investor. And that's obviously a journey that you can go through. And ultimately, the closer you get to silent investor, the more wealth you'll generate without working, and therefore the bigger the asset becomes on sale and likely to get a higher multiple when you come to sell it to a third party. So to have an exit strategy, in the end, you get to what if you sell to a third party, you get to a place where you have a data room. A data room is essentially all of your business information that will tell the buyer or the person that's coming to, that's going to take the business over for you. So it could be an MBO, like a management buyout, or it could be a legacy business. Either way, whoever's going to take ownership of the shares takes ownership of that business model and the past liabilities. So you have what you call a data room, which effectively tells that person about the running of the business. And there's lots of information that you need, from sort of financial data to business information to information on staff and ultimately how that business is running and performing. So sorts of things we always recommend people have is at least 3 to 5 year business plan, because if you need these plans in your journey anyway to basically get you to that end goal. And what you'll have is when you come sell, you'll have a plan where you can go, look, I have over the last few years, I've always forecasted or planned, and here's my actual data, and you can show someone that your plans have been coming off. Because the problem is a lot of people go to sell and are telling buyers, or telling people who are going to take over the business, oh look, my business can do this, my business can do this. But the thing is, there's no proof that what's actually happened in your business you did actually plan for, and it wasn't partly luck. In terms of like where you've got to, once businesses start growing and investors come on board, they want to see that there's an actual planning place of how that business is going to, the contingency of that business long term. And then they'll also want to know how are employees in that business, are they held accountable, and is that business operating without the owner? I mean, ultimately businesses can still be sold if the owner is still working in the business, but it does drop the value, because you have to remember that any third party coming in will never know the business as well as you. So if your business is often being held up or you're fixing problems on an ongoing basis, then you are and it's being driven by your energy and your passion, and you're making that strategy happen, then ultimately you are a key to that business. Even if you think you're not working full time in it, there's elements of that business that are sort of relied upon from you or your knowledge, and that's the sort of thing that we're looking to change on the exit route, so that the business becomes independent. So how would a finance department help you on the exit stages? So just a little bit about Wilkinson Accounting Solutions. So I'm the owner and founder, Julie Wilkinson. I'm a chartered management accountant by trade, and I had 20 years in corporate. And we have a team of fractional finance team, from everything from bookkeepers all the way through to CFOs. And our biggest passion is to help business owners transition from owner operator to silent investor, which is how they'll eventually maximize their wealth. So areas we can help with is forecasting your future wealth, help you see the future, because seeing the future and how you can get there is really important. Help you scenario plan for the biggest risks. So what can go wrong and are you mitigating them? Help you implement then processes so you can get results quickly. Even if as a business owner, as you're growing, you're choosing only to do quarterly management accounts or whatever you're choosing to do, that's fine. But once you come to sell, it'll be important to know, can you access data quickly and is it accurate? We can help you build KPIs to keep staff accountable, look at your processes and controls. So are things going wrong when you're not doing them as the owner, and how can you stop that? And then we can help you analyse profits of new strategies, which often includes a buy and build if people want to grow by acquisition to spearhead the growth. So the program is for everyone. Typically, we're helping 7 and 8 figure business owners who have already built a stable business and now have the cash flow to invest. And key areas we're helping people with is they want to have a cost-effective finance team, because we can help outsource tasks at a cheaper rate, so you don't have to manage and bring on internal staff. You might be thinking, are you ready for a CFO? Or maybe you've got a CFO, but things are still happening, like numbers are still moving. You don't feel you've got full information. Perhaps you can't see the future at the minute and you want those visions and the forecasts in place to know what makes the most money, to know where to focus in. And you might have heard about acquisitions, thinking, do you want to grow, but not sure if the business is set up ready, or if you've got the right team in place to actually do acquisitions. So Wilkinson Accounting Solutions, like I say, it's not here for everybody, but we're a good fit for 7, 8 figure business owners that have a stable business and want to get this growth. And where we typically start is, if you're not sure what you need, then we do a finance assessment where we can come in and look at best practice and look at what's your team like, and we can help start bridging the gaps, how you can get closer to generating the wealth that you deserve. Because we just want people who have put lots of time and effort into their businesses to start reaping the rewards, because we see about 30 buyers a month, and we're always seeing sellers who are dropping value of their business. They spent years building them and they're just not reaping the rewards, because when they come to the final sale, there's too much risk or unknowns in the business for a third party that doesn't know anything about the history of that business. So if you're interested in growing your wealth and think Wilkinson can be a good fit, we'd really love to hear from you, brainstorm, and talk you through some of the results about what we've seen. At the minute, we're working on about 7 acquisitions at the minute. We're helping people do exit planning for PE firms, and I think we've secured recently around 7 to 10 million of funding from our cash flows. So we've got a lot of experience through our corporate careers, but also with our 120 clients that we've got at the minute. And so if you're interested in seeing how we might be help bring a cost-effective finance team and maximise your wealth on exit, then book a call with us. I'd love to, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon.